Now, in the latest face-off between Aam Aadmi Party and the Enforcement Directorate, the party has made yet another allegation on the investigative agency. The Aam Aadmi Party feels that the Enforcement Directorate wants to confiscate Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's phone to learn about the party's strategy of how it is going to win the Lok Sabha polls. The jailed Delhi Chief Minister has gotten no relief from the Rouse Avenue Court nor from the Delhi High Court. The Rouse Avenue Court extended his remand to additional 4 days yesterday. While in the Delhi High Court, his interim plea to be released from the Enforcement Directorate custody was also rejected. Since then, his wife Sunita Kejriwal has been championing the cause of the jailed Chief Minister of Delhi. She has now launched Kejriwal Ko Ashirwad WhatsApp campaign. Meanwhile, the United Nations has also joined United States of America and Germany in raising concerns about Kejriwal's arrest. The United Nations spokesperson in a statement said that fair, transparent and timely legal processes be conducted in India. He also hoped that the people's political and civil rights were protected and everyone could vote in free and fair atmosphere. India has raised objections to similar comments that have been made by United States and Germany. The MEA has summoned the country's respective envoys to raise protests. The Ministry of External Affairs called such statements unwarranted and said that any external imputation on India's electoral and legal process was completely unacceptable. I'm going to open up this debate. Let's start with the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, Anmol Panwar. Now, in wake of the face-offs that we have been witnessing day after day between the Enforcement Directorate and the Aam Aadmi Party, the latest that takes the cake is Atishi's allegation today in the press briefing that the Enforcement Directorate wants to confiscate Arvind Kejriwal's phone because it wants to peep into the strategy of Aam Aadmi Party's Lok Sabha election win.
Megha, we are aware of the fact that the Enforcement Directorate itself is puzzled and confused in this so-called fabricated liquor scam, because the same Enforcement Directorate used to call P. Sharad Reddy as alleged kingpin. The same Enforcement Directorate used to call Magunta Srinivas Reddy as one of the kingpin. The same Enforcement Directorate a month before said that the phone used during the making of excise policies not with CM Arvind Kejriwal. And now they are saying that Mr. Kejriwal is not giving the password, which is incorrect. He has very clearly said that he will consult with his lawyer and then will take appropriate action in accordance with law.
Yeah, but when the statement on this regard is said, that Aam Aadmi Party says that Enforcement Directorate wants to gather information from Arvind Kejriwal's phone because it wants to find information and peep into the strategy of Aam Aadmi Party to win the Lok Sabha elections. Isn't it a bit rich?
It is evident the way Enforcement Directorate and other central enforcement agencies are working on the directions of Bharatiya Janata Party and central government. Why is it that only the opposition leaders are targeted? I mean, Savio will agree with me that
no, but Anmol, I understand.
Leaders,
you're making allegations. You're saying that the arrest of Arvind Kejriwal is unconstitutional. It is illegal. That Arvind Kejriwal is not corrupt. That these are charges being levied by the Enforcement Directorate at the behest of the BJP. But do you see reason with this latest charge, with this latest accusation, that the phone is being that the Enforcement Directorate wants to access the phone and access all the details in it simply because it wants to understand the quote-unquote winning strategy of Aam Aadmi Party?
Although it might not serve the purpose even if they get a password, because people of Delhi have already given a verdict a month before when BJP was forced to change their 6 sitting MPs in Delhi, because they know that people are aware of the fact that they have not worked for the last 5 years. When this central government brought an ordinance curtailing the powers of a democratically elected state government, then these parliamentarians were sitting quietly inside the temple of justice, inside our own parliament house. They did not raise voice against this unconstitutional and illegal act, stating that a constitutional bench, 5-judge constitutional bench, after hearing the matter for 8 years, have given all the powers to a democratically elected government, not the one who's sitting and working at the directions of central government, the lieutenant governor.
Okay, that still doesn't answer my question, but I'm going to now go and speak with Neeraj Mishra. Neeraj Mishra is the Congress spokesperson, and Neeraj, quickly a response from you talking about this mega show of strength in Delhi on 31st of March. Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party have rallied the support of all the opposition leaders in Delhi against the BJP. Does this serve India Alliance's political electoral purpose against the BJP?
So, Megha, initially I was very curious to ask you that how much do you like working with Samachar X? Because you referred India Alliance as India Alliance in your opening comment. But now that your question categorically states India Alliance, I think the copywriter must have rechecked it and cleared it for you. When it comes to the question,
I don't know why is the Congress and other political parties, but particularly the Congress, so itchy and sensitive about being called India Alliance or India Bloc. I mean,
we are not very itchy.
I mean, irrespective of whether you're called India Alliance or whether you're called India Bloc, how does it make a difference? Why so particular? Why so sensitive about such a minor matter?
Megha, it's not a very minor matter, because I can also refer NewsX as Samachar X. We live in India, that is Bharat. So I can call Samachar X, and it will bring down the brand value of your entity.
When you talk about India
so
Alliance,
it's all about.
It's an abbreviation which the I stands for alliance. So if you call it India Alliance, it's not wrong.
Megha.
It's not wrong. I don't know why such a hue and cry about it. And I don't think you can give a similar justification to my news channel, which is called NewsX.
I'll give it to you.
So let's not get there. You tell me what the full form of INDIA is, and then I'm going to give you a justification why it is being called India Alliance or India Bloc.
Look.
Because
the entire country knows. It's grammatically incorrect.
Listen,
Megha.
To call an abbreviation to be called as India Alliance when Alliance already is part of your abbreviation, is it not?
Megha,
anyways,
do I need to give you a lecture on advertising and branding? Megha, listen. Should I give you a lecture on what advertising and PR and marketing is? Just listen to this.
Grab
when
it that
India Bloc is there,
coalition, there is a unity that is right now being witnessed within the opposition parties. I was asking you, is this a positive sign? And you went about on a tirade about India Alliance and India Bloc and so on and so forth.
Megha, do you want to take an answer for this, or I
was giving you an opportunity to give me a straightforward answer. You have again, in your whataboutery, taken the subject to another.
Megha, this is what happens.
Right, but
that the news channels which are running on government advertising and taking advertise. Listen, Megha. Megha, just listen.
Tell us about the 31st March Alliance, India Alliance gathering that is going to take place, the rally that will happen, and does this showcase a unity that perhaps was missing in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections amongst the opposition parties?
Megha, Samachar X, which runs on government's advertising, which it takes from the electoral bond crooks. Just listen, Megha.
You don't even know what advertisers
just listen to me.
And you are just making
Megha, do you want?
have you on my
Megha,
telecast degrade my channel,
listen,
without
people running
having
shows
ample
on government's
information
advertising
about
and
the
advertising from
goings-ons
the
of my
electoral brown
company, the
cooks who
goings-on
have
of my
been looting
channel,
this country
where does
and then
the
giving a
funding
speech
comes
to us
from to run the
about
channel and so
Indie
on and so
and
forth.
India
Neeraj,
blog. You should
I would
understand
request my
that the
team
last
to
nine
please
and a
mute
half
Neeraj
years,
Mishra.
you should.
Let's mute Neeraj Mishra. If he's
There's
interested
no
in
point.
having a conversation about the subject at hand, then I would be happy to get him on board. But otherwise, I do not want unsolicited comments from the Congress spokesperson. I'm going to quickly come to you, Savio. Savio, with regards to, at this point of time, the relief that Arvind Kejriwal has not gotten, either from the Rouse Avenue Court or from the Delhi High Court. The hue and cry that Aam Aadmi Party is making is that the constitutionality and the legality of the Enforcement Directorate's actions are not right. Now, in wake of the courts getting into the matter, intervening in the matter, and then carrying forward and giving their judgment, does this not nullify Aam Aadmi Party's contention?
Megha, you've asked a very important question, and my good friend Anmol, from the Aam Party, who's always very articulate and decent in his conversation. So let me just draw his attention to what the live law report of what happened in the court yesterday was all about. So Arvind Kejriwal's lawyer has said, according to live law in court, I am willing to cooperate, but किस लिए arrest किया है मुझे? Money trail तो खर्च हो गई है वहां गोवा में, which means that the money trail that the ED is referring to has been utilized in Goa. That is what Arvind Kejriwal's lawyer has said on his behalf. This is not me saying it. This is what has come out in the live law interpretation or reportage of the proceedings. Okay? But nevertheless, Anmol can debunk it, contradict it, whatever. But let me come to certain data that the ED investigations have brought to light, which we as Goa Chronicle have also put. Now, according to the ED investigations, money reached Goa. The 45 crores is what I'm talking about. The 45 crores reached Goa through 4 routes. The first route was 12 crore by Ashok Chandubai of Ashil Corporation. The second route was 71 crore from Devang Solanki KS Enterprises. The third route was 16 crore from Kirti Amba Lal. The fourth route was 7.5 crore from Neelkant, and 2 crores was from Maambe. Now, these are facts that have come out and been put forward by ED to the court itself. Income tax had done a raid in Goa some months back. And in that raid, they caught a Avala operator by the name of R. Kanti Lal. R. Kanti Lal, during the course of the interrogation, told the income tax department that 45 crores was transferred to Goa via Hawala. Now the CBI is investigating that aspect as to finding out the link of the 45 crores to the people that have received it in Goa. Third most important thing, the ED has also told the news channels and certain peoples in the legal fraternity, the court in that context, that AAP candidates themselves have accepted during the course of the investigations that they have received cash to fight the elections. Now, everything at this point of time is based on information that has come out from ED. Now, ED itself is very categorically stating, in fact, yesterday, the Aam Aadmi Party convener from Goa and 3 other people that are linked to the Aam Aadmi Party were called in for interrogation from the ED. Now, Aam Aadmi Party candidates themselves are saying that they've received cash. So I'm not saying that the Goa Aam Aadmi Party is aware of the Delhi liquor scam. What I'm saying is that there is, as the Supreme Court stated, tentatively establishes a money trail. That's what the Supreme Court has said.
Okay.
On 338 crore.
But there
From
is, there
that
are,
you
you
come
know,
to
no,
100
Savio,
crore,
there are also,
and 100 crore
there's
comes to
also
45
information.
crore in Goa.
Okay, there's also information that has been shared by Aam Aadmi Party, and Arvind Kejriwal himself addressed this. There is an individual by the name of Sarath Reddy, and there is a lot of controversy around it. The fact that he has turned approver in the case, that he got a bail in the case right after he turned approver, and there were funds worth to the tune of 55 crore rupees that have been donated to the BJP after he turned approver. So how do you view the backstory that does not come out when in open news?
Mega, at the end of the day, the Delhi liquor scam as well as the electoral bonds are in the purview of the judiciary in India at this point of time. If anyone in the country or within the political party feels that there is something questionable that has been conducted and there is a quid pro quo, they are within their rights to go to the court and seek the justice that is required. That is what I'm telling my friend Anmol. If he believes that there is a question mark to the entire thing, then I think they should approach the court, because the court is overseeing both the electoral bonds and as well as the case that is going on at this point.
Okay, Anmol, would you like to speak about this? That matter is in the courts right now. Again, the question: why is Aam Aadmi Party again attacking the Enforcement Directorate when the courts have intervened in the matter? The courts have not given Arvind Kejriwal the interim bail. The courts have not have extended the 4-day custody of Arvind Kejriwal to Enforcement Directorate.
Mega, there's some confusion. I made it clear yesterday as well that Mr. Kejriwal has not applied for bail. He has challenged the remand application, but yesterday before the Rouse Avenue Court, because he knows that there is not a single piece of evidence.
Interim plea to be released from the Enforcement Directorate's custody.
Please allow me to complete. Yesterday before the Rouse Avenue Court, he did not oppose the ED remand, because he knows that there is no material evidence against him, there is no proof against him. He informed the Honorable Court that the same person who the Enforcement Directorate used to call alleged kingpin of the South Lobby, P. Sharad Reddy, that how is it possible that the same Enforcement Directorate is not opposing the bail application, and it is at the same point of time that he is donating 55 crores on 8 November 2023 and 5 crores on 15 November 2022 to Bharatiya Janata Party. He also informed the court that the second approver in the case, which is MS Maguntha Srinivas Reddy, he came and met Mr. Kejriwal on 16th March 2021 at 4:30 p.m. discussing the availability of land to open some charitable trust in the name of his family. And there was no discussion regarding liquor scam. He gave a statement to the Enforcement Directorate on 16 September 2022 that he never met Mr. Kejriwal regarding this so-called liquor scam. Thereafter, on 10th February 2023, his son Raghav Magunta was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate.
Okay.
Because for 5 months,
that's what Savio is saying.
Please allow me to complete.
I'm saying Savio is saying, you said this in my debate day before yesterday as well. I'm sure you must have said it in yesterday's debate. No, my question, my moot point over here, these are charges that you are raising, these are accusations. Take them to the court of the law, let the court decide.
Mega, Savio also made remarks that there was some transfer of 100 crores and 45 crores. This was also made very clear. Let me refresh the memory, my friend, that the Honorable Supreme Court on 30th October 2023, in para 12 of the judgment, very categorically said that this is a matter of debate, that this needs to be established and proved. Moreover, the same Enforcement Directorate was not even aware about the fact that they can implicate Aam Aadmi Party as accused under Section 70 of the PMLA Act, which is an offence related to company. This was the first time that the Supreme Court asked as to how can you implicate Mr. Sisodia that he is not vicariously liable, that if Aam Aadmi Party is not made an accused under Section 70, that Mr. Sisodia or anyone else cannot be made vicariously liable. And they still don't have answer to this question.
Okay.
Till date, they don't have answer to this question. The same Enforcement Directorate a week before said before the Honorable Delhi High Court that they are arresting him in an individual capacity. There are no statements under Section 50 of the PMLA which are against Mr. Kejriwal, which are the basis of inquiry.
Okay,
Under
all right.
Section 19 of the PMLA,
Right.
there's no
May I?
material possession,
Anmol?
no single
May I?
evidence against Mr. Kejriwal.
Quickly, Savio, before I come to Deshad Nigam, quickly at 30 seconds. I'm already out of time, and we've
Megha,
wasted
he's
enough
not
on the
yet-
Congress spokesperson.
He has not yet answered to the statement made by Arvind Kejriwal in court Arvind Kejriwal's lawyer in court yesterday, which was
Let me
covered on
correct.
live
Let
law,
me
where he has admitted,
Savio, let me respond.
that the paisa Goa mein kharch ho gaya.
This has been misreported, Savio. Let me make it clear. I was present in the hearing itself.
Well,
This
I
has
had somebody
been,
who was present there as well, and he
I
agrees
was-
with it, Anmol.
Savio, I was present in the hearing
Anmol,
itself. This
I
has
also
been
had somebody
misreported
present.
by
I'm
the
not
live
saying
law.
you're right or wrong. I'm only reporting what the
How-
live law said, which
How
was
is it
corroborated.
possible? How is it possible that a defense
Which
lawyer will
was
self-implicate
corroborated.
his
Okay,
own client?
okay, all
This
right,
isn't possible by any stretch of
fair enough.
imagination.
I'm going to get Deshad and Nigam into the conversation over here. And how does the legal process move on from here, particularly in terms of the issues that have been raised about Arvind Kejriwal's health? Also, with regards to the bail plea, can he now appeal to the Supreme Court as well now?
Well, in fact, if the lower court has given the remand, which is a fresh order, the remedy lies with the High Court again, and not directly the Supreme Court. Although Supreme Court under 142 has immense powers, they can deal with it. But generally, as you saw in Mr. K. Kavita's case, their case was rejected. They were asked to go to the due process of law. However, I think everybody is trying to be judgmental out here. We are talking about the initial investigation which is going on. Obviously, Aam Aadmi Party will do politics saying that they are innocent and the courts are wrong and everybody else is wrong. But they must understand the investigation is going on and charge sheet will be filed. And so far as remand is concerned, he did not oppose the remand. He could have asked for judicial custody. Why I, as a lawyer, would have advised him that please ask for judicial custody instead of a ED remand, which is a kind of police custody. So he should have opposed and trying to prove a political martyr by attending the court addressing the court directly when you have one of the best lawyers in the country appearing for you clearly shows you're trying to play a victim card and you don't trust your lawyers. If a lawyer has made a statement कि पैसे खर्च हो गए, rightly, wrongly,
this has been misreported, sir. I'm making it very clear again.
Challenge it in a court of
And
law.
live law is not a precedent, sir.
File a defamation. I'll wait for the Anmol, I'll wait for the defamation case from your side on live law. I am waiting for that.
There are several organizations which are covering
Many
the
have
legal news.
reported,
It does not mean that
not only live law reports,
their reporting serves as a precedent.
Ab sun le puri baat. Not only live law reported, others have also reported. Probably they were all sitting in one room, decided a strategy that we'll report like that. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that there's a video available of the entire proceeding.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
if you have
know.
time, please go and
Okay,
listen
fair,
to that.
okay,
You'll
fair
get
enough.
answer.
You know, while Amit's all
File
this
You'll get
confusion,
answer.
File a defamation case.
my only question over here to all my panelists was if this hue and cry that has been created, could it have been avoided? It has obviously become a political issue. Elections are on the anvil, so every single
Megha,
time
just
the
one
enforcement
sentence.
Yes.
See, the life and karma has taken a full circle. Mr. Kejriwal's rise from the Ramlila ground, from where anti-corruption movement started, it's the same ground they have gone back. And the karma has taken the full circle now.
No, but Arvind Kejriwal is saying that he's being treated as a martyr. At this point of time, I also feel that all the news, all the media attention is single-handedly focused on Arvind Kejriwal. Now, I don't know if it is going to be a positive trend. Is it going to be negatively impacting Aam Aadmi Party or India Alliance? Remains to be seen. But focus has squarely turned to Aam Aadmi Party and the Enforcement Directorate and the liquor scam. How does it play out in the elections remains to be seen. I thank all of you for joining me on the telecast.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.